Make a Bridgerton-inspired dress with me, Part 3. In Part 1, I shared my materials and pattern and I cut everything out. And in Part 2, I made the bodice. Now, let's make the skirt and finish it. To make the skirt, I match the side edges of my skirt pieces together and then stitch. With my skirt assembled, I can attach it to my bodice all along the waist. I match the skirt's center front to the bodice's center front and I pin these points together. I pin the bodice to the skirt, working towards the back, and then I pleat down the remaining skirt so that it fits onto the back of the bodice. After pinning, I stitch it in place. Next, I use a basting stitch to sew up the center back seam of my dress. And in the center back seam, I then pin, baste, and then sew my zipper into place. Next, I add the lining to the dress. I match the neckline edges of the bodice and lining together and pin. Then I sew the lining along the neckline, clip the seam allowance to make turning easier, and press the neckline with an iron. I then pin and hand stitch the lining in place to the inside of my dress for a tidy finish. Finally, I add a simple rolled hem to the bottom edge of my skirt. And with that, my Bridgerton-inspired dress is complete. It is so beautiful and I feel just like Daphne Bridgerton. If you're interested in making a Bridgerton dress for yourself, check out my Etsy for the pattern and my YouTube for a more detailed DIY video.